Let's just check what our situation is. Our economic situation.
You're broke! You're fucking
Not great. Not fantastic. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can work with that. We're probably gonna have to spend some money, so... Okay. Maybe never punished, always lucky one time. Oh! Please, 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 please. Please! One time, no 50-50 loss. This would be huge for the content. Wait, what is she? A Erudition unit. Please! No, always punished. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, a temple, we're guaranteed now. It's not the worst. This is not the worst that could have happened, but once again, my luck is in the gutter. Damn it, man. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we keep going. So we are 10 in pity, so... Oh, please. Please, I need it. I need this. Another early one, please.
Is your birthday October?
75. Oh, we got her. Okay. Okay, I mean, 74 pulls. As expected, really. That was painful. But we are also gonna try and get the light cone. Okay. Back again after swiping once more. Even the bank was like, yo, are you sure you're not being scammed or hacked right now? But this is life, unfortunately. Sometimes I really do wonder why I'm doing this, considering, you know, I'm a quote-unquote content creator, but I've got less than 100 subs right now, so I'm not making money from this at all. Oh man, true pain. Anyways, the light cone, man, if I lose this 75-25, I might just end it in game, of course. There we go. I'm just gonna skip this one. Okay, cool. Oh, truly a painful existence, you know. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so it's been a bit over a day. I've had a chance to farm a bit more in terms of relics, have a look at what other people are building, and we have finally finished the build. I'm pretty happy with the stats. I'm going to go through my reasonings and team compositions and stuff like that, because the HERTA is kind of weird in that there's quite a few different ways to build her. I'm not sure which is truly the right way, but I think the way I built her with the specific team comp that I'm going to run her with is best for me, and I think would be good for a lot of people. First thing to talk about is the speed, right? There is right now some people who are saying, if you do not take these speed nodes, these ones, you keep her at base speed and you run, what is it? You can run this new set here. It'll give you a ton of crit rate and it's kind of pretty good. But I would only ever go for this if you're kind of willing to just farm for this. It's such a big trade-off that I just don't know if it's worth it realistically. You know, most people would have pre-farmed this set, so yeah, just want to nip that in the bud, just get that out of the way first of all. This is going to be better in 99.9% of cases, so just stick to this one. Onto the actual build. So initially when I first built her, I was trying to get to the 134 speed, and I could, but my crit rate was around 80 something base, and then my crit damage was around 110. So that's fine. If you look at most guys, you look at Pridwin, that's going to be more than fine, right? Because she gains a lot of crit damage from her passive, from a lot of her teammates. But after doing some testing and looking at some other people's builds, because of the team I'm running, most of the time 134 speed is just not needed, right? HERTA doesn't need a lot of speed. The main thing that holds HERTA back is getting stacks and then energy regen, and her teammates are the ones who facilitate the stack gain, the energy regen gain most of the time. And especially if you're running a action advancer like Sunday, right, even though he's not hyperspeed, you're gonna get a ton of value there. So you, in reality, you just don't need 134 speed, and I think you're better off just getting more crit damage and more damage in general. So that's my reasoning for that. Let's just get into the relics anyways. Pretty standard pieces, nothing particularly crazy. You see here I'm running a crit damage chest piece. A lot of guys will recommend crit rate, and if you can't get a really good crit rate, then go for crit rate first, because you want to get that to, in combat, at least 90% minimum, because you need to crit on this character. But I had the luxury of going that, and yeah, I was running speed boots with this, but I managed to get attack boots instead, and it's just much better in terms of damage. I got this insane ice damage boost sphere here, and then just an okay robe, right? So in terms of planar spheres and the planar sets in general, most people are running Izumo. This gives 12% attack, and then because you are always going to be running with a Erudition unit as your sub DPS or slash battery, you're always going to trigger this 12% crit. So that's a free 12% crit. However, you get 8% crit here and then 20% skill boost, like skill damage boost, which is huge. Most of her damage is going to come from her enhanced skill. So these two are really interchangeable. It really just comes down to the supports you're running and the kind of how much crit rate you have, because this is going to give you much more crit rate. Izumo will give you much more crit rate, 12%, as opposed to the 8% here. In terms of actual damage, they're roughly the same. So I wouldn't stress too much. Just get whichever one is best for your crit rate, and then whichever one you have the best stats for. But in the end, this is essentially the stat spread: 3.3k attack, a 76% crit. You might say, oh, this is a little low, but we might as well get onto team comp now. So the first thing I want to talk about is the sub DPS, the secondary DPS. It's no secret, Jade is her best secondary DPS. A ton of damage, really good stack generation and energy regen, and also gives 30 speed. 30 speed is huge because it lets you go heavy into crit and damage and leave her speed basically at base and still get that 134, which is nice. But it is, do not get baited. It is not needed at all. You'll see in the Pure Fiction and the MOC runs that I'm doing a bit later on, if you want to skip there, that I'm running a serval, and most people will probably be running serval as well. She's only level 50, has no damage stats, just a ton of speed. You run her with the pass key. Everyone should have this, you know, it's a 3-star light cone. I haven't leveled up any of her traces and the relics. In an ideal world, you would run the wind set, which is this one. In an ideal world, you would have this, but unfortunately, I don't have any pieces of that. So you can run 2-piece for just the extra speed. You're just trying to get as much speed as possible, and then sprightly one whack, or however you pronounce that. And then as long as you have E2, gives it the extra energy. She acts as a battery, right? She is there to facilitate HERTA, and that's it. She does no damage. If you can also do the same with mini HERTA, and mini HERTA is much better than serval in Pure Fiction situations, just because a lot of things are dying. She's getting a ton more follow-ups, and in that case, you know, the HERTA is probably going to do some damage. And then you can also have Agenti as well. Agenti is really good in a lot of cases too, so those are the ones that most people are running. But if you're free to play and you don't have those units like me, I'm just going to go with a serval. Super easy to build, super free to play friendly. You do not need to pull for Jade, so just don't get baited into that. If you have her, great, but don't feel like you need to pull her, not at all. In terms of sustain units, I'm using Aventurine. You know, he attacks quite frequently, the shields are nice, crit damage is nice, but you can also run Ling Sha. Ling Sha is quite similar in that she tons of attack frequency. Essentially, you just want units that attack constantly, you know, to help give energy to the HERTA. So either one works. Even Gallagher is the free-to-play option, and that works as well. And then lastly is the support role, or the amplifier role. Personally, I'm running Sunday. So the reasoning for this is, one, her speed is really low, so I need an action advancer. He also gives a ton of energy with his ult. And then lastly is this talent here. When you use a skill, the target's crit rate is increased by 20%. So if we look here, 76% plus 20 in combat, almost pretty much all the time, I'm gonna have 96% crit rate, which is more than enough for me, right? So this works out really well. I think in combat, with all the buffs and everything, 96% crit and like 337 or something crit damage, which is pretty nuts. So that's my reasoning for Sunday, and I think a lot of people will run Sunday. There is also an argument for Robin. Robin can be very good, but because I'm running the passkey serval, you lose a lot of value in Robin, right? If this was a Jade or even the mini HERTA or a Agenti, then you could maybe consider Robin as well, because your sub DPS will actually be doing DPS, and then you gain a lot of value from Robin's ultimate, right? You lose a ton of value from Robin when you're running a pure battery support. So you can kind of weigh that up. The last option is the new Remembrance MC. Now, I've seen a lot of people run him and do tons of damage. So you can run a sustainless. If you're trying to go for like 0 cycle, you could run sustainless and run Sunday and Remembrance MC, and then your battery as well. So those are your options in terms of teams. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. You know, if you've got any questions, just let me know and I'm trying my best to answer them. But that's the team I'm running. This is the team I have. I'm going to be pulling for Ling Sha, so I might try her out and see if it's any real difference, but I don't think it's going to make enough of a difference to really matter. So yes, my recommendation is keep the speed. You know, you don't need to build speed realistically. Just go heavy into crit rate and crit damage and attack, and you'll do tons of damage. And you'll see in the showcase later on that the damage is ridiculous, right? Even in single target situations. So let's just briefly talk about Eidolons. E1 is really good. I think it's around 20 to 24% increased damage. E2 is pretty much an E6 disguised as an E2. You know, all of her damage comes from this inspiration, right? Because this is what's going to let you do the enhanced skill. Then you get action advance, so you can do 2 advanced skills, enhanced skills, sorry, instead of just 1, which is insane. Now her light cone is generically very, very good, right? Crit rate. Then anytime you use your ultimate, you get 60% increased damage for your skill and ultimate. This is insane. This is great. You know, this last part is also nice. So I would say if you don't plan on getting E2, just get S1. But if you do want to get E2, it's very strong. If you want to turn her into even more of a monster and make her pretty much be able to do Apocalyptic Shadow and MOC pretty comfortably as well, then you would want to get E2. But it's by no means necessary. You know, right now all of the showcase will be E0, S1, so it should be good. That's pretty much it. I think my HERTA build is actually pretty decent. I had a look at some of the Relic ratings and the stuff like that. It came out to be pretty good. Most of my pieces are S, if not higher. Especially my planar. But yes, that's about it. The showcase is coming up next, so stick around for that if you are interested. Like I said, any questions, just let me know. I'll see if I can answer them for you. And that'll be me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
down.